In the aftermath of one of the darkest days in American history, as the dust of destruction hung thick in the New York air, and the once proud Twin Towers lay in ruin, heroes emerged, not all of them on two legs. Among them was K9 Atlas, a 7-year-old German Shepherd search and rescue dog with amber eyes full of purpose and a heart forged in loyalty. He and his handler, Sergeant Caroline Brooks, had flown in from Colorado with their FEMA task force just hours after the towers collapsed. Neither of them had ever witnessed devastation on such a scale. Ground Zero was chaos, twisted steel, smoldering rubble, and a haunting silence broken only by the sounds of digging, sirens, and grief. Thousands were missing. Every second mattered. Wearing his orange vest and protective booties, Atlas leapt onto the rubble as soon as Brooks gave the command. He didn't hesitate. Nose to the ground, tail up, every fiber of his being focused on one thing: finding life. In the first 48 hours, Atlas worked tirelessly through shattered concrete and unstable debris. The terrain was sharp, the footing dangerous, and the air thick with smoke and sadness. But he didn't slow down. He climbed over beams. He crawled through gaps just wide enough for his frame. He sniffed out voids and cavities where survivors could be trapped. And on day 3, he found her. Deep beneath a collapsed stairwell, barely breathing, a young woman who had been trapped for nearly 72 hours. Her voice had gone silent. No one had heard her. But Atlas had smelled hope. He barked, then lay down, his signal that he'd found someone alive. The rescue team jumped in, clearing the rubble by hand, slowly and carefully. Hours later, the woman was pulled free, her hand reaching out to stroke Atlas's ear as tears streamed down her ash-covered face. "You're my angel," she whispered. But Atlas wasn't done. Day after day, he continued searching, sometimes finding survivors, sometimes only silence. Yet he never gave up. Even as the days turned into weeks, even when exhaustion set in and hope seemed to fade, Atlas kept working. Rescue workers, hardened by trauma, would often pause just to watch him. His presence reminded them why they were there. His determination kept them going. At night, he curled beside Brooks in a corner of the wreckage site, his fur coated in dust, his eyes still alert. Brooks would clean his paws, whisper a thank you, and stroke his head. They were more than a team, they were family. By the time their deployment ended, Atlas had helped locate 23 individuals, living and deceased. Every one of them mattered. Every one of them had a name, a family, a story. When they returned home, Atlas was awarded a medal for bravery. But more than that, he became a symbol of loyalty, of perseverance, of the quiet courage that walks on 4 legs. Years later, long after his work at Ground Zero was over, Atlas passed peacefully at home, surrounded by those who loved him. His ashes were buried beneath an oak tree, and his vest was placed in a local museum, a tribute to the dog who searched through the ashes of tragedy to bring hope.